You've got a very big smile on your face, Stefan, because this is your baby, and I think bringing it to South Africa has been a big passion of yours for a long time. Tell us about the series and where the idea for it came from.
It's great to be back, because the last time I've been here was exactly 20 years ago with the Lamborghini Super Trophy at the time, and I was organizing and driving, so I was on top of that enjoying, and I think I even I went on the podium. So it's good, and I really wanted to go back to South Africa. We have some big events around the world, and the idea was to create a challenge to bring these big events together. So we started with a link between the Bathurst 12 hours in Australia and the Spa 24 hours in Europe. Then we added Japan, Asia, with the Suzuka 10 hours, and then America with the California 8 hours in Laguna Seca. And we had 4 continents, and if you have an intercontinental challenge, you need 5 continents. And so we needed Africa, and the only place we could race, the only FIA homologated circuit of great standard where we could be, was Kyalami, and it's why we're here.
What do you think is the reason for the success of GT racing at the moment? Because we're seeing massive fields. Is it the fact that it's accessible to the gentleman driver, and then you've obviously got that step up to the full professional teams? Is that why it's become so popular?
I mean, a key element of it was what we call balance of performance. You know, traditionally in racing, especially when you come to production car racing, the best car, the one which is most suitable for racing, is the one winning everything. In the 60s with the Ferraris, then you had the Porsches, and you know, when we relaunched GT racing in the mid-90s, then it was the McLaren, the F1 GTR that was winning everything, and then the manufacturer, in order to build the best car, they had to build like what we call GT prototype. Very exclusive, very expensive, not many people could afford it. Even for a racing team it was difficult, for the category usually was going down. But when we introduced balance of performance in 2005, this is something which comes from America. You know, you could say American NASCAR is based on balance of performance, which is to equal, if you look at a Ferrari and a Bentley, you see these two cars have no chance racing together. But by way of restrictor for the power of weight, of ride height, you can balance this car and make them to race efficiently and on an equal basis, one against the other. And that was created this excitement, not only for many manufacturers able to race, but also for the drivers, the amateur racers that can race a Ferrari, they can race a Bentley, they can race a McLaren, they can race a Porsche, they can race anything they like. And that has been a global success of the category. For the balance of performance is essential. If you change the tires, you change the balance of performance. So the fact that all the cars around the world run on Pirelli is really helping us getting very, very close, and the racing and the enjoyment, the entertainment come from the balance of performance.
Okay, for this kind of races, okay, it's 9 hours. So we just brought 4,000 pieces of tires, including slicks and wet for dry weather conditions and wet weather conditions. And the teams will be allowed to use a certain amount of sets during the race, because it's by regulation that is limited. It's 14 sets per car of slicks. Wets are free. Hopefully it won't rain for all the time.
Absolutely delighted to be here, and we want to build a big event. We're at the beginning of something that will grow over time, and we're pleased of the manufacturer activation. We're pleased with the pre-sales ticket. It looks like it's going to be a big event.